Canadian Sport Fishing, brought to you in part by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Duckett Fishing, pro-driven. Raymarine Electronics, Raymarine, simply superior. Pro Sports Boats, tame the waters.
Twice. The first time, I didn't know what it was, and then it came back again. And then I saw it actually hit.
Yeah.
Nice fish.
It's nice fish. You ready to grab it by the back?
Can I do it like how you did? I don't know. Let me
You
see.
can do it.
I can do it. I can try. Oh, okay.
You done it. Okay, here you go. Let's see if you can get that in his mouth.
Okay. There you go. That's a good fish.
Yeah.
Pretty fishing. Here's your pliers.
Yep.
You know, I'll tell you something. Isn't this a wonderful lure?
Does it work? What is that anyway?
This results into this. All right, let me let it go.
Yeah.
Pretty fish. Beautiful
Let me just
fish.
do a nice little pan. Hold on, hold on.
Oh,
He's gorgeous. Nice Pike. Let's see if we can get him in the water.
let's let him go.
Yep.
How many inches do you think that is?
I'm guessing about 28, 29 inches. Yep.
There he goes. There he goes under the boat.
I love pike fishing, and one of my favorite times of the year to go pike fishing is early in the season. When the water's clear, we don't have algae blooms, there's no vegetation, and the pike are just post-spawn and they're feeding very heavily. And one of my favorite locations is the eastern end of Lake Ontario. So I'm actually fishing big waters, and the waters are still cold. And I find when I'm doing that, I don't have much luck casting spoons or casting spinner baits or even spinners. My go-to is one very specific Rapala, and this is it right here. This is called the Husky Jerk, and this is the size 12. I'll use the 12 or the 14, and I have to tell you, this lure is amazing. I cast it out. I make long casts. I use 20-pound test braid, and I'll either leave this little eye the way it is, or I'll bend it down 45 degrees. If you keep it the way it is, it'll dive a little deeper and it has more of a natural action. If you bend the eye down about 45 degrees, when you twitch it, it has a really wide action, but it won't dive as deep. So it's an amazing lure. I mean, I use it throughout the year, but especially in the spring. You know, on this particular day, it was funny because Michael likes to experiment with different lures, and he was trying even different colors, like smelt color and perch, like the glass perch one. And it's funny, he went back to the gold one. I don't know what it is. Probably has to do something with the bait fish, but we didn't see any bait fish in shallow water. So to me, it's just being persistent. So cast, long cast, reel so that the lure dives down about 3-4 feet, and twitch. And the tighter your twitches are, if you don't give slack line in between, the deeper that the Husky Jerk will go. I try to get it down about 4 or 5 feet. And a lot of times you'll see a fish follow. Whatever you do, don't stop. If anything, do an erratic action, or even stick your rod down and do like a figure 8, like you would for pike or for muskie. And they will hit just like a muskie.
Barb, what do you got?
I don't know.
I got one as well, Barb.
Non-stop action.
Non-stop action, yeah. It was like cast after cast now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mine's just
Barb
barely
got a
hooked. Oh, Barb got it. Oh yes. Oh.
What are you gonna do now?
I don't know. Let me see if I can get mine up quickly so I can help Barb.
Barb, just hold on to yours, okay? Michael's got a fish on. Barb's got a fish on.
Here's mine.
Good one. Way to go,
Great
Michael.
fish, thank you. Let me release it quickly so I can help Barb.
Yep. Barb, no, you're doing good, Barb. Just wait. Michael's
okay,
coming.
Let it go.
Yep. Good one.
There we go. I'm coming,
Okay,
Barb.
he's coming, Barb.
And I better get the grip here.
No, Barb.
I'll get it, Barb.
Michael to the rescue.
Yes.
Oh, watch it.
Oh.
You don't want to bend those hooks with your fingers, Michael.
Okay.
Nice pike. Way to go, Barb.
Barb,
Okay, Barb.
hold on to it.
There you
Ready?
go. Yeah, he wasn't going to get off, sweetie. He did well. Ooh. Michael, you're very good at taking hooks out. Thanks for
Thank
letting
you.
it for her.
There we go.
Look at beautiful colors. Who's that pretty girl in the background? Oh, it's Barb.
Say bye to your fish, Barb.
Bye. Bye, fishy.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Oh, he
Good
said bye to me. He
release.
splashed me. Look at this. I got wet.
Oh,
It's okay.
that's too bad. When I'm fishing clear water for northern pike, and especially if it starts to get later in the day, and we've done really well using the Husky Jerk, a lot of times I'll downsize the size of the lure, and I'll go with a very natural colored lure. And one of my favorite ones to twitch with is called the Ripstop. I'm going to hold it up right here. This came out, I don't know how many years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago by Rapala. It's a very unique twitch bait because it's got a flat body, it's flat on both sides, and it has a shallow running lip. You see this one is really natural colors like a bait fish. But here's the thing that makes it different than other twitch baits. See how it's got a tail that goes down? The reason they call it a ripstop is when you pull this, when you give it slack line, it goes and it stops. So it goes and it stops. So the key is to keep your line tight when you're twitching it. So you cast out, you reel your line a little bit and give it a twitch. You can give it 1 or 2 or 3 twitches. This lure will literally dodge from one side and stop, other side and stop, other side and stop, other side and stop. It's also neutral buoyancy, so if you have a fish that's following it, it'll see it sitting there, and a lot of times it'll hit it and it'll grab it crosswise. So it's an excellent lure. It only dives to about 4 or 5 feet, which is kind of like the Husky Jerk. But I find that when the sun is brighter, that just the action of this stop and go and this mirror action that's on it works really well. Not just for pike, you can get other fish as well. Yes! Hey, nice pike. It's got tons of action. You know, it's nice to be testing some of the new gear. This is the Duckett black ice rod. It's 8 feet long. And I gotta tell you, this is like the second or third fish on it. And it feels great. I don't know if this guy's gonna jump. What are you gonna do, Pike? He's probably gonna throw the hook if he jumps. No, head shake. Normally you net a fish, but you know what? I'm gonna try to just grab it. Oh, gotta watch those hooks. Here we go. Look at that, nice pike. Let me see if I can get this gripper in his mouth. Keep your mouth open, Pike. Like that. He's thrashing. Okay. Can you tell he's thrashing? And he's only got one treble hook in his mouth, but it's in there pretty good. Try not to bend the hook. You know, for pike, you've got to have the right tools. And you that have caught pike, you know how slimy they are. So they're hard sometimes to hold on to, especially if they're thrashing all over the place. So I'm going to give you a nice look at this fish. Look at it. Beautiful fish. And I'm going to get him in the water. The nice thing about this plastic gripper is that it doesn't harm the fish. So I'm just going to hold him up. He's ready to go. I'm going to release it. Come here. And come on. Go down. There you go. It's beautiful. Well, let me tell you a little about this rod. The one thing I like about Duckett is that all of their rods are one piece. So look at this thing. This is 8 feet long. It's got a nice narrow diameter blank. And I'll tell you, it is so lightweight. Look at the pattern here. You can see in the sun. It's got this beautiful pattern to the graphite, matched with that reel. And I put that 832, the suffix line on there. Watch how nicely this thing casts. Fire this up. That's about 3 or 4 seconds of hang time. I'll tell you what, this is so much fun just twitching baits like this, trying to get pike to hit. And you know when you get a fish on. Pike are fun to catch, but let me tell you, you can get hurt real bad if you don't have the right tools, and you sometimes slip up and forget that the pike isn't done flopping around, especially when you get it into the boat. A lot of times we'll try to grab it with our hands just behind the head. If the fish is, narrow enough, the back is narrow enough. If we have to, we'll use a net, but most of the time I like to try to land them with my hands, especially if they're under 10 pounds, let's say. But one of the things that you got to have in the boat is needle nose pliers. I mean, I'm an experienced fisherman, so is Michael Kumar. Michael left his pliers in the vehicle because we were fishing out of his boat. So I always carry mine in my tackle bag. So sometimes I'll have 2 or 3 pair of pliers. So these particular ones have a little beak, which are great if you need to take the split ring off and you're changing hooks. Because a lot of times when pike thrash around and twist in the line, they'll break one of the trebles, no matter which trebles you're using. So just needle nose pliers, 6 inches is fine, but you got to have them. And then the other thing that we really, I've gotten used to, it started with my wife holding fish. It's a little, I'm going to call it a gripper. This is it here. This is the tiny one. I don't know. It's about 6 inches long. I don't like using the boa grip because I've had fish where I put it on the lower jaw and the fish have twisted and it's split the lower jaw like lake trout. And I wouldn't want my hand to be in a boa grip because it's just very rough metal and sharp edges. But look, I'm going to show you something here. This is my hand, and this is what I did with Michael Kumar. When we started fishing, I said, Michael, I want you to check this grip out. So I put the grip on my hand, and I'm going to close it, okay? There. Does it hurt? Not really. Can I feel it? Yes. It's pinching, but there's no way that will release. So I can release it. You can see the mark. There's a bit of a mark there, but not much. So if it's not hurting me in that soft tissue of the palm of my hand, it's not going to do much damage to the fish. And a lot of times I'll get people to either hold the fish vertically or better still, suspend the fish, use the gripper in one hand on the lower jaw and then have your hand out underneath its belly or near the anus and just hold it up horizontally for a photo or to show people if you're shooting video. And then the nice thing is about when you put it in the water, when it's ready to go, all you do is release it and it opens up. And one thing that I learned from Aldo Nava when we were salmon fishing, he uses a grip similar to this and he has it on about a 3-foot long rope. And if a fish is really exhausted from fighting, he'll put this on the lower jaw and he'll throw it over the side and he'll keep trolling or use the electric and go slowly to get the water going in the fish's mouth, over the gills and out the back of the gills. And then you'll see the fish starting to swim and then you just lean over, pull the string up closer, and usually it starts to thrash because it's got energy. Just hit that, release it, and it takes off. So it's a really good tool to keep your hands safe. It protects the fish, and it's also can be used for catch and release when you need to revive fish. And you tell this is the Duckett Green Ghost. I love the Duckett rods because all of them have a nice white blank. Look at that gator. That's a nice pike right there. Come on, are you gonna do something, mister? Man, he's wide on the back. He's got one hook in him. Okay, let's see if I can grab him here. So we got a pendulum in close. If he was a little smaller, I think about clipping him in the boat, but not this guy. Ooh, he's got some weight. This green ghost, this guy might start thrashing here. In his mouth, got out of his mouth. Look, isn't that a nice northern? And they are fun. Right here. And make sure this lanyard is around my wrist. And watch this. He's not going to be on there very long. Mr. Pike, are you ready to go? That fish is probably close to 30 inches. A nice adversary. There he goes. Whew, you want it to go. This is the Green Ghost. It's a gorgeous outfit. I love this grip. Do you see this grip? Even when your hands are wet or you get slimy, because pike can be slimy, no problem holding on to it. But look at the bend here. I'm going to show you. See how it bends at about the halfway mark? That's perfect when you want to set the hook and you want a little bit of lag time. You got another fish on, Barb?
I do.
Nice pike. I can see the colors.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
He's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well done, Barb. You were so quiet while I was fighting my fish.
I saw her with the fish on there.
Yeah. Good one.
It's talking back to us, buddy.
Yep. Nice fish. Look how bright they are,
Aren't
right?
they beautiful?
They are.
We just let it go?
Yeah. Let's let them go. Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful. Barbara, well done.
Thank you.
You know, when it comes to twitch baits, northern pike early in the year, even smallmouth and largemouth bass later on in the season. If I say X-Wrap, you know exactly what I mean. This is the original. This is the number 12 size, or 12 centimeters. It's an amazing lure. It's a little bit different than the Husky Jerk because you can see that it's got more of an oval body, and it's got a bit longer lip than the Ripstop or even the Husky Jerk, and a little bit wider. You see it's a little bit more oval. This lure is amazing because it casts really far. It dives a little bit deeper. You can get it down to 7-8 feet when you're twitching it. It has a wonderful side-to-side action, and I really like this crystal hair and a little bit of bucktail. It's almost like a hackle that they've got on the back, because a lot of times the fish will zero in on that because it almost looks like it kicks when this lure is going from side to side. This is a natural perch color. It's one of my favorite, especially in lakes where the perch are abundant, because northern pike especially love to feed on perch. So do some of the other game fish and so on. But to me, having the three twitch baits, the Husky Jerk, the Ripstop, and the X-Wrap, I mean, you have it covered. You can twitch all you want, and you can get multi-species of fish.
What do I got here? Oh, I got a little guy.
He's so cute.
So cute. Look at the colors on it. And he's barely hooked. Oh, that's really modeled up. Nice colors on it. Okay, I can do it. Oh, he's hooked.
He's hooked better now.
Yeah, now he's hooked. He's pinned well now. I could probably bring him in. Oh, I gotta be careful. Oh boy. Let me try to see if I can. He's talking back to me, eh?
Beautiful colors, eh?
Oh yes. I can do this. Open up, say ah. Come on. A little bit of.
Look at you.
Oh, he just
good release.
like a rocket. What was the nickname for them?
Snot rocket.
Snot rocket, yes. That was a perfect specimen of a snot rocket.
Nice head shakes. Done yet. There. Beautiful northern pike. One thing about pike, they love to roll in the line. Yeah.
I got one.
I can see that, Michael.
Jeez. I tell you, it's like almost cast after cast.
Good size fish.
And look how he hit it broadside.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice fish.
Yep.
See if I can handle this.
You can can do it.
I can do it. Oh yeah, he has some shoulders on.
He's got lots of fight left. You be careful.
Okay. Turn around. There we go. Good fish.
Very nice.
Alright, where are those pliers? I think they're
Right over here.
okay. Thank you, sir.
Go.
Be gentle with this thread. There we go.
Perfect.
Nice fish.
Beautiful fish. Yep.
Off he goes.
Yep.
Nice. Wow, a lot of energy in that.
Well done, Michael.
Thank you.